What you just saw wasn't Superliminal 2 or a random Clustertruck mod. Nope, that was gameplay from my entry for this year's GMTK Game Jam. If you're not familiar, the GMTK Game Jam is a massive annual event and one of the biggest game jams on itch.io. It's so big that it crashes the site every year during the upload phase. This year, over 32,000 developers signed up to create a game in just a few days, all based on a single theme. The theme this year? Built to scale. So why did I join the jam? And why this game? Firstly, I love game jams. The time pressure, the creative freedom, is like a roller coaster of chaos and inspiration. I hadn't done enough game jams this year, so I thought, what better way to make up for it than by diving into the biggest one? But when I saw the theme, I wasn't exactly thrilled. Built to scale, it's fine, but it's also the kind of theme where a lot of ideas feel kind of meh. I brainstormed the usual suspects. Tower building games? No, too predictable. Shrinking and growing mechanics? Overdone. A non-Euclidean geometry game? Cool, but not for a 4-day game jam. After hours of overthinking, I decided to quit. No inspiration, no point. But then Monday night rolled around, and I suddenly remembered Superliminal, that perspective shifting mechanic. Now that felt like something I could pull off, even with just 2 afternoons left to work on it. So, how did I make the game? Let me break it down. The core mechanic is all about perspective shifting. To pull this off, I made objects grow or shrink, depending on how far they are from the player, keeping them the same size in your view. Sounds simple, right? And it was at first. But then the problem started. Collision issues? The objects kept growing into walls, floors, and other objects. Fixing that meant writing a very janky and inefficient loop that checked for collisions every frame. It's ugly code, but hey, it worked, mostly. With the core mechanic in place, I defaulted to the classic indie dev fallback, a platformer. And I designed levels that got progressively harder. Start with easy jumps, then add some lava floors, then harder jumps and more lava floors. And finally, I made a untested chaotic level with a moving lava wall at the end to just add a little bit of time pressure. For one final challenge, I decided to make it a web game so that anyone could play regardless of computer. And I put the itch.io link in the description so you can play it yourself for free. By the time I was done, it wasn't perfect, but it was fun. And for a game jam made in about 2 afternoons, I'll take it. So, that's how my GMTK Game Jam entry came to life. From quitting the jam to rushing through development. It was a wild ride. What do you think? Did I manage to scale up to the challenge?